Hammers in the preseason were like a revolving door of a roster. Yeah. So hopefully if they found some solidarity with this lineup and hopefully can get some better performances than what we saw in the preseason, because in the preseason they were just outright not good.
We'll have to find out. We are going to start our draft off though. Flicker and Fortress going to be banned away by Hammers on the A side. I didn't quite catch, oh, it's Reza, sorry, and Kensei going to be banned away by Lemon Squeezy. So going for the kind of default bans from Lemon Squeezy, but kind of changing things up, and that means that Anchor is going to be our first pick. First time today. We've seen it banned a lot. We've yet to see an Anchor win.
And I mean, it doesn't bode well when you have the team that had no wins in preseason picking up the hero with no wins.
Let's talk about this properly, because Anchor is really strong right now. Like, she hasn't won in VPL just yet, but it's all been play-ins games. And like, no offense to the play-ins teams or anything, but you know, they weren't the best games in the world. Sometimes some of them, and especially the ones with Anchor. Anchor wasn't used effectively, so I fully expect, you know, the guys on the Hammers have a lot more experience in Vainglory. So hopefully, oh, they got Kinetic as well. All right, Hammers need to win this now. They have two incredible.
Now I'm sitting here wondering what Lemon Squeezy's doing with this draft to let both of those heroes through. I figured when they let Anka go through, they were like, okay, you guys get Anka, but we'll get Kinetic. But they passed up on the Kinetic, and Catherine, I mean, just recently got a nerf on this update. You know, not a massive one, but still enough of a nerf on the stun duration that, you know, I don't think she should be.
I think it's the cooldown rather than duration. I think it's relentless pursuit.
I think so, yeah. But even still, it's enough of a nerf that I don't think she's a top priority that you pick on your first rotation when someone like Kinetic is available.
Yeah, I think she's still playable. It's just how much they've prioritized that is it. I think that was a question mark before the nerf, so yeah, I'm curious to see where they go with this one. Obviously, they do have a Moline in there. They're going to lock in a Scarf as well, so I'd expect them to kind of round this out with maybe some kind of Bruiser to back up Tony. They don't have a huge amount of weapon damage right now, and they are relatively tanky with a Catherine and a Tony. We'll have to see, though. Arden going to be locked in. This is a very strong composition from Hammers right now. A ton of damage on that line.
Yeah, a ton of damage and some good survivability and sustain as well.
New Lance.
And if they grab the Lance, that's a lot. Again, big beefy front line with the Arden and the Lance. Then you've got kind of that mid line that is also super durable with the Samuel, who's able to sustain and keep himself alive. And then you got Anka diving in looking for assassinations while Kinetic is just peppering in damage the entire time. It's a very rounded team comp that Hammers have picked up.
Baron comes through for Lemon Squeezy at the end, though. That, if you were ever lacking damage, Baron is the answer right there. Let's take a look at the roster for Lemon Squeezy. These are going to be the challengers coming on in. It's going to be Fallen, Kai X, just what a fantastic.
It's so hard.
Take a moment to appreciate the logo. Fallen, Kai X Kai, Killer Kev, Rookman 5, and then Fire Nado rounding out that composition, with the substitutes being Iconic and Platinum Wings.
Yeah, I love that logo because it reminds us a little bit of like the old Lemon and Lime logo.
Yeah.
Maybe it could become a bit of a fan favorite as well. And you know, fan favorites often come from these new kids on the block. Lemon Squeezy going to be one of them, alongside Mini Gunners and Witch Doctor VG.
Yeah.
Well, both of those other two teams still yet to play.
Yeah, absolutely. These are the teams that were coming in like with a few question marks around them. We'd not seen them in the past. They are literally the new kids on the block, and we'll see how they're going to be able to do. And we're about to see Lemon Squeezy performing right now. It's time to jump onto Sovereign's Rise, ladies and gentlemen. It's Hammers Esports coming up against Lemon Squeezy. We'll see if Hammers can find their redemption. So I'm going to pass it over to Humanist and Flash X to take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first series of the day for North America here. My name's Humanist. I'm joined by Flash X, and you have Hammers going up against Lemon Squeezy. Flash, this is going to be a great one.
North America, baby. Let's get a little bit aggressive early on. Everyone's grouped in this mid lane. This is really interesting. Seeing that Kinetic, seeing that Anka that we just weren't seeing get through the draft, or not being picked at all earlier in Europe.
Yeah, exactly. It was like sometimes doesn't make it in, other times it gets all the way through the draft. But yeah, this is like a game of new heroes here. A lot of new heroes on the map.
Lots of different things going on. Definitely having a big impact in the meta. Some more balance changes in 3.6. Some of those heroes being affected. Catherine, we have on the Sovereign's Rise. Tony, we have on the Sovereign's Rise. Lance, Drunami in a little bit of trouble, though.
Drunami, one more attack. Will he go down? Fire NATO doesn't have the range, and Lemon Squeezy might have had that first blood, actually, if they had coordinated a little bit better. Saw that Merciless Pursuit come out after the root attempt coming from the lane.
Lemon Squeezy gonna steal away some of the jungle. They're not getting too much out of it. At the end of the day, they are protecting their own jungle, and they actually have really good scout cams set up around the map very early on into this game.
What is it about the this vision early on here in the positioning that you like?
It's going to enable them to be able to tell everywhere that Hammers is rotating. You see that Mixi and Level are going down into the jungle. They had that one scout cam in the river. Certainly they know that's where they're going. Unfortunately, not in a bit of a position to contest, but just seeing those rotations and able to make decisions off the back of it is absolutely critical.
Super important indeed, and we'll see if they can capitalize on it, right? It's like one thing to put it down, it's another to take advantage of it. And right now it looks like Hammers and Lemon Squeezy happy to kind of settle into their lane and jungles clear through. Mixi and Archaic have cleared out their jungle. They're going to go ahead and port back, grab some items, get back out on the map.
I was hoping that these teams were going to break our passive North America meta. It looks like they were going to do it in those first few seconds of the game, but they have quickly shifted back into the classic passiveness. Oh, a little bit of action in the top lane.
Drunami taking down first blood over to the Baron. Fire NATO.
As soon as I said they're playing passive, they went in. Drunami was actually the one who initiated that engagement. Not really sure what exactly he was thinking.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he didn't have vision in that brush. That's where vision was coming in from Lemon Squeezy. He goes in with the Shimmer Blade, has no exit. Just really nice, clean rotation and kind of mistiming from him.
Definitely unfortunate. Hammers finding a good counter invade. Lemon Squeezy able to, pressure and secure that top crystal buff while Hammers takes the one down in their jungle.
Ali Peterson rooted up, will soak up that damage in the beginning of this engage here for his team. Platinum Wings with a taunt. Archaic's there, a nice two-man stun. They're in the Drifting Dark. Malice inverted connects. Look at the impale. The damage is there. Ali Peterson will take that one. Second one goes over to, who got that? Level, I think, took the second. The third will go to Mixi as they take 3 kills on that chase down the river.
Great counter engagement by the side of Hammers right there. Archaic on that lance. I was playing ranked Q yesterday, and this man on that lance was absolutely insane. I fully expect to see some really big plays out of him, especially as this game progresses.
We might have Archaic caught here, and it looks like they will get Gold. Archaic goes down, but tell us a little bit about what makes that lance so scary.
So in 3.6, they buffed his base defensive stats, the passive that he gets from his Githian wall, both when it's active or deactivated. The base stats of it have been increased, so he is much tankier earlier on to the game. Obviously, you got to be a little bit aware of your positioning up in the top jungle. You got a little bit caught out of position, but yeah, this lance can be an absolute monster. And with all of the team utility items now, you pair that with the Storm Crown that he already has completed, so much he can offer to his team. Such a strong front line. You get those utility items with all the cooldown, and you're just constantly peeling, kiting, making sure you're putting up as much crowd control in this enemy team as possible.
Dude, I mean, everything you said there, totally true. I think what's so cool about Lance is he can do it all, right? Like, he can be offensive, he can engage, he can peel, and it's going to be a great tool for Hammers to utilize. Currently, Archaic and Mixi have moved over to the Crystal Treant on Lemon Squeezy's side. They will secure that up. It goes over to Mixi. There were 3 from Lemon Squeezy in the area, but unable to capitalize on that.
Definitely unfortunate. Archaic, great impale over the wall. Catherine caught out just a little bit.
And just the tip at the end will be Mixi taking that kill. He's low on health, but with a healing flask and Corrupted Genius, they've got it. Impale onto Killakev, but it gets turned around as Fire NATO comes in like Superman from the top lane. But the Malice and the Verdict coming out of this Drifting Dark here. Mixi slams it home. That'll put Hammers up 5-2.
Yeah, Hammers had a great start to that engagement. Lemon Squeezy actually had a great counter engagement, but Hammers, Mixi, as soon as he dropped that Drifting Dark, it was all over, and he landed all of the Malice and Verdicts that he needed to.
Dude, that was really sweet timing. Mixie's got a good eye for when he can turn around a fight like that, and really capitalized on it. Down here, Hammers, though, they're going to get the capture onto Ghostwing, and with this, probably see some pressure come out onto a few turrets.
Super confident capture here, just 6.5 minutes into this game. A great heads-up play by Hammers, understanding that Lemon Squeezy not really in a position to be able to contest that. That's going to be great. Capturing that so early, the buff going to allow them to continue their momentum going into the mid-game here, as well as just continue to pressure the entire map.
I want to point out here that Drunami, while he had an incredibly rough first 4 minutes of the game, the last few minutes he's been able to completely freefarm.
Absolutely. He's picked up 3 assists on the back of it. Things get spicy in the bot lane, though.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but he pops the ult. A lot of damage coming out. They'll trade 1 for 1 as Ion Cannon connects to find the return kill. Fire Nado is actually having quite the impact on this Baron early in this game.
Which is pretty surprising, because Baron is not one of those heroes that is really that strong in the early game. It's once he hits the level 9 and the level 12 when he really picks up that additional range on his basic attacks that you really start to see him take off.
Dude, I mean, that's the dream when you start to get those levels and you're able to poke from max range. But talk about some poke, Mixie! Coming in, taking down Kai X Kai there. Nice take from Mixie, and this guy just shows up right in the nick of time once again. Level with Mixie, Ali Peterson, and Archaic are in mid. They still have just the tail end of this Ghostwing buff. We'll get on to the first turret here in mid, and I'm not sure this can be defended. Bada Boom trying to disrupt here. Ali Peterson throws the Vanguard onto Mixie, and it gets that yeah, they won't be able to take that down, actually. It takes that barrier up. That was really close.
Yeah, not having enough burst damage to get through that barrier. I think the barrier was actually buffed in update 3.5 to really hinder teams' abilities to just 5-man push through it. I think that that's a great change. Mixie looking super strong on this Samuel, though. He's landing absolutely everything, of course. Every time I say something like that, I'll jink it, and he'll get caught out of position or something like that. But yeah, this from so far, 4-0-2. He's looking fire.
Drunami dancing with Killa Kev up here. Oh, Mixie. Okay, dude. Mixie, 100% in the rhythm of the game. Yeah, he's just doing what he needs to, but every single time, he's showing up at the perfect moment. Splash damage from Fire Nado as he gets those double attacks from the jump jets off. Oblivion will go ahead and connect onto the turret. Kai with that Dragon's Breath doing pretty good work here. I don't know if they will take Mixie down. He's standing in the goop, turns it around, trying to kite back. That's a bold move. Ali Peterson's going to soak up some of this damage. They look to continue the chase. Nobody goes down in the back. Oh, Ali Peterson, aggressive gauntlet in here. Where's the follow-up? Drunami's back from the base. Ali's gonna go down. They're gonna lose Mixie as well, but Drunami gets 1, 2, and that will be all she wrote. Fire Nado turns around, pops him with the rocket launcher.
Yeah, you know, for starting that fight off, Hammers was definitely in a bad spot. I think that they got caught out of position just a little bit too early, needed to wait a little bit longer for Drunami to catch up to that fight. Definitely a bold move. Archaic and Level finding Fire Nado.
Yeah, they absolutely caught him out. You could tell he knew he was just done too, because he had that scout cam there. He actually avoided the initial impale, which was nice. And well, nice cleanup once again. Killa Kev going down. I can see why you were talking about Archaic's lance looking pretty strong.
Yeah, he is landing all of the impales that he needs to. He's got that utility with the Crucible, whether it's Catherine's Blast Tremor, Tony's Bada Boom, or maybe even a taunt. He's going to be able to help Ali Peterson on that Arden, making sure that he's blocking some of these big team fight changing abilities. And I definitely expect him to continue with some of these utility based items.
Do you know who would be the shot caller or for this Hammer squad?
That's a great question. Last time I played with him, I could pretty confidently say it's not Mixie, but and that's nothing against Mixie. I mean, Mixie's just an absolute mechanical superstar, and when you do have those level of mechanics, you know, you want to be focused on playing to the maximum of your ability. So someone who sets it up like Ali Peterson or Archaic, that's who I would pretty much expect it to be in this situation.
Two-man Impale and a choke point. They'll find another stun, the knockback from that Githian wall. Dragon's Breath let loose, but Kai doesn't want to commit, and for good reason. Drunami jumps on in, will find one. This is a 4-for-1 trade at this point. They're looking for the ace. They'll get in here. Scarf, you're done. Quadra kill coming in for level. The ace for Hammers. It'll be 17-8, 11 minutes in. These guys looking pretty good.
Yeah, level sitting 7-0-1 on Kinetic. That is not a hero that you want to let get out of hand. And looking back at the draft, I'm actually shocked how many power picks Lemon Squeezy let go through to Hammers. The Kinetic, the Samuel, the Anka. Those are 3 game-changing heroes, especially when they get farmed and get out of control. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now here with the Kinetic.
Yeah, this is the point where, like, one more fight, and then we're going to be like, okay, it's a 10K net worth advantage, and there's 99% chance you lose this game. This is a moment, though. If they can hold on, maybe find a pick or two, they can start to claw themselves back into this game. This is going to be a tough one.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually really impressed with Lemon Squeezy's just general map vision. They have good vision around the Black Claw. They have that down preemptively, understanding that such an important objective was coming up on the map. If this was Europe, we would see a lot of those snowballing teams just go straight for it. Will be interesting to see how Hammers decides to play it here.
Can you talk to us about this Poison Shift Baron a little bit? You like it? Why do you like it? Or if not, why?
I don't like it at all. I don't think it fits very well with Baron's kit. Doesn't really match his heroic perk. Sure, it gives him some extra damage, some extra attack speed, but not what you want to look for on Baron.
I'm looking for the turnaround blast trimmer, but it's blocked off. They blocked the taunt and the blast trimmer. Lemon Squeezy getting picked apart here. They'll try and disrupt things with the bada boom as they're kiting back. I think Ali Peterson takes down the Scarf, gets the last hit there. Maline will fall as well. And then Archaic clearly wants Platinum Wings, but will not be finding that one. The rest of the team will drop back over to Black Claw. Drunami diving the base up top. Fire Nado barely escaping, but he looks like he will successfully do so. And Tony really trying to get onto Drunami. Drunami, can he get this kill? The taunt's there. He's incredibly tanky. He gets the fountain. Drunami to get back over the wall. There's the ultimate over the wall. Drunami's out of there, plus a couple style points.
Yeah, definitely going for those style point plays. Black Claw, though, not as low as you would hope. This is going to give Lemon Squeezy a brief opportunity to contest.
Drunami's down. Oh, they almost get in there for the Black Claw. Like you said, dude, that was a little too close for comfort.
That's still a huge pickup for the side of Lemon Squeezy, though. Hammers losing one of their big backline diving damage dealers. That's going to allow Lemon Squeezy, or more or less force Lemon Squeezy to make a decision. Do you just focus down the Black Claw and try and melt it, or are you going to contest Hammers, who are pushing this top lane very quickly?
Well, Kilikev moved to top. The rest stayed around mid. What do you think the decision is here?
I think they're playing it well. You want to split up. You're losing your tier 2 turret, not that important, but now that they're in the base, that's when you got to really start contesting.
Impale blocked off. Fire Nado connecting a little bit with this Baron here, but he's going to have to do a lot more work to find a fight going their way. He has to stay at range as well. The sleep into the Githian wall stun. Kinetic almost dropping, but just barely staying alive through this fight. It looks like all of Lemon Squeezy will stay alive as well. They lose that mid turret. Top stays alive, and Lemon Squeezy's still in this one.
Yeah, they're definitely putting up a strong fight. They're down 7k gold, which is actually not as bad as what it could be, considering you've given up 20 kills. They need to be careful here, though. Ghost Wing would be a huge pickup for the side of Hammers, posturing to try and contest it.
Archaic's low. Spitfire lands Goop as well, but Scarf put himself into a vulnerable position, and Drunami blows through all of Lemon Squeezy. And a little bit of lemon juice. What did he say? He was like, when life gives you lemons, you just hit them with a hammer.
That will definitely give you some lemon juice. Drink it on up. Taking down that armory with 3 of them dead. I don't know if Lemon Squeezy is going to be able to defend this base, but it looks like Hammers are just going to back out.
And Drunami was really set up. That was like literally exactly what the Anka wants to achieve. Like when you have an opponent who is forced into a position where they must run, you can get onto a squishy target and you can apply a little bit of AoE damage. That was really nice.
Yeah, I think Hammer should definitely be able to secure Ghost Wing before Lemon Squeezy are in a position to be able to contest. It doesn't even look like they're going to try and make their way in that direction, but definitely, albeit bleak, there are very brief moments of signs of life out of the side of Lemon Squeezy. They're just going to continue to have to play on the defensive. But with Hammers being so split up right now, if Lemon Squeezy groups and are able to take a 5v3 situation, that's the kind of engagement that's really going to turn the game around for them, and they really just need to force it right here.
Right now, playing a little bit hesitant. They will move in with a stun onto Mixi, but Blastomer once again blocked off. I don't know. I think maybe one has connected all game. Impale blocked off the other way. Lemon Squeezy need to kite back. Ion Cannon connects onto Hammers, but it's not going to be enough to find a kill. And guess who's deep in the base? It's Tsunami. They'll find one, but he falls as well. They turn around with the Drag's Breath, burning Hammers down. It looks like they might have a bit of an advantage here. Mixi stays by himself in the bottom lane, while Ali Peterson will get chased down mid. This is good space created by Ali Peterson. Archaic on a sliver of health will get out of here along with Mix. I'm pretty sure he gets out of this one. And they didn't even take down the Arden. Oh no, that feels like some just miscommunication on the shot calls.
Yeah, definitely a mixed fight all around. Something going on in the bot lane, some in the base, some running out of the base. Lemon Squeezy, though, they did not give up that armory. They were able to defend it. Yeah, they lost the turret, but being down, you know, almost 8K gold at this point, to be able to hang on and trade a fight fairly evenly, I think it was 2-3 or 3v3. That's exactly what you're going to be looking for. But Tony, he might be a little too far here.
Dude, Platinum Wings knows what he's doing, Flash. This guy's up there. He's just calculating, and he made the right decision.
He did indeed. Archaic not wanting to chase him down. I thought he would have just tried to crowd control him to death.
If it was you, he would have.
Probably. If I was streaming, he definitely would have just relentlessly
just lock onto you.
Exactly. But, you know, Hammer's posturing for this Black Claw. Lemon Squeezy in position to contest it. They still have great vision. That's one thing that for being so far behind, maintaining vision all across the Sovereign's Rise, so important to make sure they're able to contest these objectives.
So important and incredible vision down, and it just shows you the power of like what that can achieve. Right now, though, they're going to have to make an actual play here. Will it be a team fight? Ion Cannon. This is nice timing. Who's going to get this? Oh, Blacklaw does go to Hammers. It's the jump in here into the pit, and it looks like Platinum Wings could be the first to fall. No. With the Crucible, they're out. That Gauntlet actually missed. The Impale is going to connect right here in the brush, but they split Baron apart. Can Mixi take him down? He zones him with the Oblivion on the back. And Scarf able to pick up one over here. Actually, Junami and Level have both fallen. But Hammers, they're looking for more. They'll come up around the top side of this fight here as Drifting Dart comes back from Mixi. He's hammering home a couple Malice and Verdicts here. They take down the Catherine. Looks like he's going to get a double, a triple kill, as well as Platinum Wings and Killikev fall. Kai, oh no, Kai almost got, oh, Archaic didn't even know yet. The stun in there, he gets the stun, gets the kill. Black Claw on the Vein Crystal, and it looks like Hammers will be taking this one home about 19 minutes and 30 seconds in.
That's a respectable performance out of the side of Lemon Squeezy. I think they can hold their heads high. They put 13 kills on the board. They certainly made Hammers work for it, but at the end of the day, Hammers, some of those picks just too strong, and I think Lemon Squeezy has a lot of room to improve as far as their drafting goes.
We'll see what they can do in game 2 as far as that drafting goes. Hammers obviously looked strong, but you got to take 2 games here in this best of 3 series. But to break this one down, let's go ahead and throw it over to our wonderful analyst on the desk.
All right, what a game coming out from Hammers in the end, but Lemon Squeezy really matching up to them right there. It was very much a Hammers game. They were ahead the entire time, it has to be said, but Lemon Squeezy were meeting them halfway. They were challenging these objectives and definitely did not go down without a fight.
Yeah, especially towards the end of the game, they started to actually almost find some of these fights, you know, maybe sticking around a little bit too long, trying to stay, not really being able to focus the priority targets. I mean, every single fight, it felt like they got Arden extremely low and then just didn't finish him off. Meanwhile, Mixi's just on the back line throwing out Malice and Verdicts untouched when he's the hard carry for the team. Like, you have to recognize that once that Drifting Dart gets thrown out, either go in and get a stun and force him off the Drifting Dart, or wait until he's off the Drifting Dark for once it's gone or something like that. But you have to play around that cooldown. As soon as Drifting Dark is not available, that's when you all in.
I would have loved to see Lemon Squeezy just play a little more proactively, be the ones forcing the fights rather than just reacting, because like you say, the Samuel, he's going to chunk you out if you aren't able to, shut him down earlier on. And Anka, the longer the game goes on, the more terrifying she will become. But let's take a look at where we are in the tournament. And I want to have a little look at what was happening yesterday as well. For anyone who missed it, Tribe have started things off strong. You see them in the A quadrant. They're into the quarterfinals. They had a series against Toxic Peace. And I want to take a look at our Rockstar rewind of that series, because Tribe, they're looking as good as ever.
Yeah, I mean, this was just a prototypical Tribe matchup where they grouped early, they grouped often, they put so much pressure onto their opponents, getting early objective takes, and then just choosing a lane and dominating that lane. Once it was cleared out, they would just rotate through, go to other lanes, and just find kills along the way. It just kind of, it almost feels too easy for the members of Tribe.
Yeah, absolutely. And when we look at some of these other teams like Lemon Squeezy that's in this matchup, they've got their work cut out when it comes to this. They're still currently in this series 1-0 down right now. It's single best of 3. So if they lose another game, they're going to be out of the tournament. And that would be disappointing to see, especially after that early game. They were matching hammers blow for blow in the first few minutes of this game. I think the score was 3-2 until 6 minutes in the game. So it was a good showing for them, and I want to see just a little bit more out of them, a little more proactivity, and just less nerves, Turn off the name bars, forget it's hammers that you're playing against, and just play your game.
Yeah, I mean, and you look at the matchups in the round of 16, and this is one of the best chances on paper for a play-in team or to get a game over, or not necessarily a play-in team, because I don't believe Lemon Squeezy were in the play-ins, but one of these newer teams to get a win over one of the more established rosters.
Yeah. So second draft now in a row that hammers have actually banned away Flicker. So I'm starting to think that this is just something that they're like, we don't have a strategy for Flicker, and we don't want to deal with other people's strategies for Flicker, so let's just get that off the table. Kinetic will be removed this time. Anchor still available. Lemon Squeezy not comfortable grabbing that, but they are going to steal away that Samuel.
Yeah, I think that's getting the Samuel and the Kinetic off the table, I think was extremely important for Lemon Squeezy, because again, the fact that they let the Kinetic, Samuel, and Anka through just kind of, it really raised some question marks for me of, do they understand how to draft in 5v5? But obviously, game number 2, a much better adaptation. Maybe they didn't respect the Kinetic enough in game number 1. They let it through, saying, you know what, it's not going to be that big of a deal. But they very quickly learned that it was a pretty big deal.
We are going to see that the CP carries are swapped around this time. It's going to be hammers with the Scarf. We saw that on the side of Lemon Squeezy last time around. I think it was Kai playing that one. Didn't quite work out for them, but he was doing decent damage during those fights. So excited to see that matchup. Ken swapped on his head. Arden obviously great. Catherine great as well. Lance going to be locked in once again. 2 games in a row now. So we have 3 big bruisers across the table and 2 majors.
Yeah, I mean, that's, again, a very... I think we're going to see a lot more of Lance on this update 3.6 because of those changes to the way the damage reduction works. He makes an excellent frontliner, especially up against someone like a Scarf. Being able to block out a lot of those Spitfires and prevent them from getting onto your the rest of your team.
If you can just Githia and wall the ult, then you're absolutely laughing. Just roll forward and hit him against that wall. Fortress going to be locked in. Very standard pickup coming on through. And I'm curious to see where hammers want to go from here. Anchor is still open. They hovered it towards the start. You could go for something like that. The weapon Sky going to be locked in, so very likely send that down to the bottom lane. Anchor could still be an option for them. Tony is going to be the answer on the side of Lemon Squeezy.
Anka could be an option, but they don't have anyone else to really follow up with her going in. I mean, yeah, Fortress goes in initially, but they need other damage to be able to follow up with Anka. Arden can also go in with her too, but that's all just to help keep her alive or help to kind of provide a bit of utility. And so they're going to grab the Lorelei instead. This is, again, very likely to be a carry Lorelei, going for that Crystal Power route with her, which, can be very effective as long as you're getting those Chum the Waters to hit.
Absolutely. We'll have to see if they're going to be able to land those abilities. Just for anyone who is new to the VPL, let me run you through our Poker Go format. We are currently in our round of 16, which means this is the top 16 teams from each region going to be playing it out to try and force their way into the quarterfinals. Every single series is a best of 3, but it's single elimination. So if you lose that series, you're going to be out of the tournament.
And what they're playing for is going to be their share of $5,000 per region. There's going to be 2 teams that will each win $3,000, one from North America, one from Europe.
Yeah, absolutely. And that prize pool, of course, brought to you guys by Dollar Shave Club as well. But I'm excited to see what Lemon Squeezy are going to be able to do in this game. We have some pretty great competitions on both sides, but it's about time that I stop talking and you guys get to watch the action. Let's head on to Sovereign's Rise. Lemon Squeezy, can they come back into this one? Or is this Hammers moving into the quarterfinals? It's time to find out as I pass it back over to our casters.
Well, I hope everybody's ready for game 2 in this series as Lemon Squeezy look to even things up against Hammers. My name's Humanist. I'm joined by Flash X, and Flash, we got a little bit of a remix on these drafts.
Yeah, definitely making some tweaks and adjustments. You got Kinetic taken out of the mix. They did not want to have to deal with that again. Really interesting to see Anka go all the way through the draft this go around. Definitely going to be interesting to see how Lemon Squeezy makes their adjustments based on the drafts, though.
Yeah, definitely curious to see. And right now, wow, Fire NATO marked here by Archaic, and Hammers chase him down. No mercy involved in that one.
Yeah, Fortress so strong in these early game invades. Not only did you give your entire team a speed boost, but you have that Dragon Blood contract. It's so easy to apply when these heroes are immobile. They don't have all their abilities going up. A great invade by the side of Hammers, taking away the weapon buff and the gold oak, and continuing to apply pressure up in the top lane.
Oh no, and even Iconic there, taking so much damage, forced to use boots defensively. That's going to be on cooldown another 140 seconds. He'll try for the impale, but they're not even going to get it. It goes over to Mixy. Hammers really coming out on top here early.
Yeah, not even 2 minutes into the game, they've almost amassed a 1K gold lead. Definitely not what you want if you're on the side of Lemon Squeezy. Hammers also still has a lot of their jungle still online that they can go back to farm as well.
Which is typically a sign of the better. I'm not going to say like they are the better players necessarily. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. Looks like it from game 1, but that's a sign of a strong team or better players in general, right? Like they're taking away your jungle and then they have that as reserve if needed.
Absolutely. It's always hard to, maintain your mental composure when you do go down in a best of 3 situation. It's essentially do or die here for the side of Lemon Squeezy. They need to maintain their composure. Unfortunately, things not going their way here in the early game.
They feel a little bit like one step behind, maybe a step and a half at times. What would you, if you could captain this team right now, you're making a shot call for the next 2 minutes. How do you set this team up for victory?
You just kind of need to regroup. You need to get everyone to reset mentally. You need to just forget how the first, 3 minutes of this game have gone. You're only down 1K gold, but getting caught out in the bottom lane, Killer Kev going to be able to just run away. But yeah, you need to find a little bit of a reset. It'd be really interesting to hear what their comms are like, seeing how these teams are mentally. Iconic going low, though.
Iconic dropping low level already, playing quite aggressive for a weapon sky this early in the game, and they're going to be able to take down Platinum Wings, as Platinum Wings just has no ability to escape out of this. Weapon Treant taken by Hammers. They'll take the gold oak as well. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't see any trades coming out anywhere on the map.
Not at all. That is such a clean rotation by the side of Hammers. They 5-man invaded as soon as that weapon tree spawned. They had all the timers down. Someone, whoever the shot caller is on their team, is on top of their game, and that's really exactly what you would expect from a veteran team. Granted, these players have not necessarily played together very much, but these players have been in the Vainglory Pro scene for quite a while, and really that experience is definitely showing here in this game.
Definitely showing here indeed. And looks like Lemon Squeezy will move over to contest on this Crystal Tree, and Iconic attempting to take that one, but it goes over to Mixi. Mixi with a Vanguard will move forward. Iconic, he's going to go down. That was the Goop and then the Spitfire to follow, but so much damage. Just Lance can't handle the heat.
Yeah, not only is Hammers building a very early gold lead, they're building a huge level advantage here as well. Mixi already sitting at level 5. That's something that Lemon Squeezy, if they don't get under control very, very quickly, is going to just spiral out of control.
Well, part of that is just denying some of these camps away, but Hammers have done such a good job. At this point, do you think it would be better for Lemon Squeezy to just be like, okay, they've invaded every time, let's predict that and try to take away their half of the map? Or do you try to get your team coordinated enough to defend the invade?
It's tough, right? Hammers has the rotation. If you look at the map right now, they have the rotation such that Lemon Squeezy's jungle is spawning 30-45 seconds before the Hammers jungle even respawns. So it's not something that they can just immediately trade for, but they are trying to defend right here.
Yeah, a nice group up here, and Iconic set this up incredibly well. A Ton back onto 2 low heroes, but this is Mixi moving forward, Dragon's Breath burning onto 2. They'll take down Iconic to start, looking for Platinum Wings. One more attack, Platinum Wings might go down. This is like a swarm of bees, like a pissed off hive of bees, though.
Yeah, again, just that experience, those rotations, understanding the respawn timers for Hammers looks so good right now. We're so early on into this season as well that we definitely can just expected them to get better and better from here on out.
Mixi looks so smooth on his rotations and movements through game 1, and in the first 6 minutes of game 2 here, his Hammers are up 4-0. Looking at a 4K net worth advantage 6 minutes in, and that's pretty good.
Yeah, Mixi can definitely be happy with his performance. He's in a little tough spot here in the mid lane now.
Damn it. I'm sorry, Mixi. I just threw the curse down onto him.
GG, Mixi, you're done. Hits him with a kill. He's going to go back to base, take a little bit of a timeout, a little bit of a respawn. But Lemon Squeezy getting their first kill on the board. They can feel good about that. And if they can collapse on the level here as well, they can pick up another kill.
Well, they have collapsed onto level. A serious strike that would have put him into a decent positioning had Iconic not been there ready for it. Level, one more attack. Is he going to drop the Vanguard from Ali Peterson? His hero of all heroes, plus blocking the impale. But how low? Kai is there to cut off the retreat with a nice little Oblivion. That'll put up the second kill on the board for Lemon Squeezy.
All right, if you're on the side of Lemon Squeeze, you got to feel pretty good about those last few sequences. That's definitely the step in the right direction to start turning things around. If you're on Hammers, they're probably feeling really confident, as I'm sure at level was, going just too deep and invading into that Lemon Squeezy jungle. But if they don't clean it up, that's how you throw these early game, all the great plays, all the great calls you've made this far. You don't want to just let that go to waste.
Definitely, man. If I was captaining a throw team right now, that's how I would go about it. But I would expect Hammers to kind of clean things up here in the next few minutes. And one of the things, like level, yeah, he was getting aggressive. I think one of the problems is you can see up there, they really don't have any vision in that area. He did get caught by surprise just a bit.
Yeah, just a bit. Level in some trouble again. Iconic finding the great impale.
Oh my goodness, if he gets out of this is nuts. Death from above means no chasing. That's a blast tremor, an impale landed, a merciless pursuit landed. How does a freaking Sky live through that?
Great question. The Spellfire almost taking level down low enough. Unfortunately, not gonna be enough. Iconic, another great impale on the Scarf, but are they too deep?
It looks like they're too deep, my friend. Iconic goes down. Platinum Wings tried to make the collapse from the river, but now he's in a vulnerable position with the fortress. They will be able to chase him down. Now Attack of the Pack comes out. Archaic looks for Kill a Kev. Well, Kai gets chased down over here, and the two from Hammers should be able to take Kai down. It's the kill over in the river from the other three. That puts Hammers up 8-2, 9 minutes in.
Fortress, such a good utility-based jungler. Those wolves so strong into a Samuel, body blocking the Malice and Verdicts. Definitely something that's really hard to deal with. I really like that pick out of the side of Hammers. They're gonna completely turn go straight for the ghost swing. They're gonna want to take that as quickly as possible. Make sure that they continue their momentum through this mid game.
There's some serious momentum built up. We got Shatterglass over here for Tsunami working on his clockwork. Mixi, I don't know if what he's going into next. Maybe Spellfire, I'm not sure, but he's got that Shatterglass up right now. Level Sorrow Blade complete. These guys are, for all intents and purposes, completely online.
Absolutely, 6K gold. Definitely nothing to joke around with. Tsunami, absolutely phenomenal stun right there on the 3 people from the side of Lemon Squeezy. Hammer's gonna look with this ghost swing buff to start sieging this mid lane turret.
Hammers, we'll go ahead and clear out a little vision here in the top river brush. With that, Level wants to move over to the shop as well. As far as Level, he goes probably just breaking point next. And do you think they wait for an item like that, or do they continue to just pressure their advantage?
I think that with the ghost swing buff, they're going to want to just look to continue to pressure their advantage. They're grouped as 5 in the mid lane. Lemon Squeezy not exactly there to contest this early on. Ali Peterson has been on point with his blocks in both of these series. The gauntlet coming through.
Yeah, he drops the elbow, the gauntlet comes down, and Hammers just can't go down. At the end, no, Archaic will. But just such a great job from Ali Peterson to keep his team alive as they run through Lemon Squeezy. Easy peasy.
Absolutely. Archaic, the only one falling from the side of Hammers. 4 down on Lemon Squeezy. They're gonna get this tier 2, probably gonna look for this tier 3, and at just 11 minutes into the game, that is great early game pressure, definitely showing how well Hammers played the early game.
Incredibly well. They'll even throw in a little death from above to make sure that that drops, and they really want to get out of here. You can tell that Iconic's just like thirsty for like a 2-man impale his team can follow up on, but Hammers will present no such opportunity.
Yeah, not able to do anything. They kind of just need to find a little bit of a regroup. They're playing that at this point, they're so far behind, they really just have to play reactive to that of Hammers. Iconic definitely trying to get forward a little bit, get a little bit of vision down, figure out where everyone is from Hammers. But at this point, they can't take a straight up engagement, so they're gonna have to find these opportunities where Hammers aren't really grouped, and then that's where Lemon Squeezy is really gonna have to go in.
Now, granted, Lemon Squeezy's behind, but if we look at farm, Fire Nado does have the most farm on the map. He has died twice, only has that 1 kill, but he's starting to get a couple items together. And did I curse him? Good night, Fire Nado.
Take a seat, Fire Nado. He's not going to be able to do everything there. Hammer's even playing with him a little bit right there. They see that the Ghost Wing is about to respawn. I would imagine that that is the objective they're going to go through with first. With all of Lemon Squeezy up in that top side jungle, they should be able to take it pretty uncontested. They might want to group as 5 and go for something else, but nope. They're going to go straight back on to Ghost Wing, and this is definitely going to help set the tempo for the rest of the game.
Should be a clean Ghost Wing take as Lemon Squeezy really hanging around the top side of the map here. They're not even pushing the lane. It's like they're really hesitant to even show where they are on the map.
They've got the buff now. They're going to rotate up. They know that Lemon Squeezy is in the top lane as they push in that wave. If they don't see them right here, they're probably just going to go straight on a Black Claw. Yep, predicting the recalls. It's a great heads-up play by Hammers and Lemon Squeezy. They're just too far split on the map at this point to really be able to contest. Level, you know, just having some fun. He's feeling himself. But is he going to get caught too far forward? Great
oh, my goodness.
block.
Go get him. Level, go get him. Level in a 3 versus 1. He's going to find the kill onto Iconic. Able to surrey back, gets the Vanguard, slingshot forward. Ali Peterson drops the gauntlet. Looks like a little blast tremor will come back the other way, but it's not enough to slow them down as they'll find the 2nd kill. Looking for the 3rd kill. A Kev will fall. Oblivion onto 3. Pretty nice. Kai, pretty nice, but it's not going to be enough. Attack of the Pack will come out. Archaic stunned up shortly after. But the damage has been done, Flash. Hammers are deep into enemy territory. They'll get onto the Vein Crystal. Black Claw, not even a scratch on him as he burns this one down. And I gotta say, Hammers look real good.
Hammers do look real good. They revamped their roster from the preseason. All these players with the veteran experience definitely proving that they were the right additions to the team. And I'm definitely looking forward to see how they progress throughout this tournament.